Did you know that Pac-Man was an amateur until 2006 when he was finally released on the Atari 7800 Pro system? Pac-Man plays a professional game, but not so much the music. The 7800 never really was any good at making music. Thankfully, it does play a great game of Pac-Man in the 2006 release, Pac-Man Collection from Atari Age. Who should get an award for this because it's amazing. Not just one version of Pac-Man, though, multiple versions of Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man. The Pac-Man Collection has Pac-Man, not Pac-Mania. Pac-Man. Pac-Man. My name is Pac-Man, and I like to play Pac-Man. Pac-Man was the original Japanese name for the game. And this version has a different maze. I'm actually not that familiar with Pac-Man, but enjoying the different take on the, at least what I'm used to, the Pac-Man maze. Now we're looking at Pac-Man Plus, which I have on my multicade. I actually really like this game because it's like Pac-Man, but weirder, if that makes any sense. So Pac-Man drinks cola, looks like a Coke can. He drinks cocktails, and apparently he must get drunk because the ghosts start to disappear, and sometimes they all turn into vulnerable ghosts with flags on their heads. Other times they don't, so you gotta play the game a little bit more cautiously than the standard Pac-Man. Also, it's faster. In fact, all of the Pac-Man games in this collection move pretty quickly. Here's a look at Ms. Pac-Man. You can already get Ms. Pac-Man on the 7800 that was released way back in the day. That's the version of Ms. Pac-Man I had on my Atari 7800. That's why I'm a professional. Don't play this one for the music, but do play it for lots of great Pac-Man games. With good controls, because you can play Pac-Man with your Sega Genesis or Mega Drive gamepad. Here's a look at Pac-Man, which has 3 warp tunnels on the left and right side of the screen. It's a very different maze. Pac-Man may be a professional, but he is tone deaf on the 7800. They should have used the same magic that they applied to the Ball Blazer cartridge for 7800, which does sound good. Pretty much everything else sounds horrible. Not a good game system for music. But I like this version of Pac-Man. It's a great take on the classic game. It plays well. It looks good. It doesn't sound so good, but it looks good. And all of the different gameplay options give this cartridge unlimited replay value. And I have a huge Classic Game Room shout out and thank you going to my friend Michael from Chicago, Illinois for loaning me his Pac-Man collection. I'm not going to steal this one from Michael because I know he likes it too much. I agree, it's good. And I'll be taking a look at Super Pac-Man on the 7800 soon as well. That's another one of these homebrew games. Pac-Man Plus and Super Pac-Man both really got screwed when it came to home releases, home console or computer releases. I can't even think of another release of Pac-Man Plus, which was like an official Namco sequel to Pac-Man that just really mixes up a few things. Like it's the same game, but with just a couple subtle variations that just makes it a completely different game. I love it when the ghosts go invisible. I just think that's the coolest thing. So if you're collecting for Atari 7800 and you love Pac-Man, this is just terrific. So glad to see Pac-Man getting this kind of love, and Ms. Pac-Man, on the Atari 7800 Pro System. This belongs on your shelf, right in between Xevious and Robotron, even though that's not at all alphabetical. Oh no, that was terrible. Thanks again for watching Classic Game Room during Pac-Man Month. here on the show in celebration of my Pac-Man Collector's Guide on Amazon. Has anyone ever told you that you're Pac-fabulous? Classic Game Room has been brought to you by the ultra-massive Video Game Console Guide, 230 pages of video games on Amazon.com, Retro Megatreks, and how to make a video game review show that doesn't suck. And Jesus number 2. Welcome to the Patreon Lord Carnage Club, being shouted from a turbo volcano. Michael and Ariana Nelson, Ian Shore, Steven Chucknick, Al Stever, Rick DeBarros, Jason Goy, Andy Schleiss, Sergio Matthias Hergert, Philip Strabenmuller, Jack Stavris, Ohad Kane, Simon Allen, and Sean Zoltek.